Hey guys, it's 5:55, so we're gonna give everyone 5 more minutes and we're gonna start. I hope you guys are excited. I have a lot of stuff pre-inflated today just so we can get through the class a little bit faster because there's so much information. This class has a lot of information, a lot. But we'll start shortly. I'm gonna give everyone some time to log in. Chacho, ¿dónde andas?
Aquí, Akira, ya
¡Aló!
conectado.
¡Ay! Te sonaron las orejas. Hace rato Fabián estaba hablando de ti.
Really? Entonces no me voy a morir pronto.
No, no te vas a morir. No, de seguro que
Bendito
no.
Dios.
Nos haces falta. Eres la fiesta. So sadly, guys, I can't see you. I do that on purpose because I get nervous. So purposely, you guys can see me, but I can't see you guys. And I can see names, but I can't see faces.
What? You
Yeah,
nervous?
I'm nervous, yes.
Wow. I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth.
Yes, I get nervous. So I try not to see you guys. But we'll give everyone a couple minutes. This is recording, guys. So whatever you guys say or anything, it is recorded. If you don't want your business out there, don't say anything.
He leaves meeting.
Sadly, we won't have Chacho dancing today.
I know, huh? Pero ahí está no está mi representative ahí, el que enseñé.
I think
Take
he's
after my ropes.
the balloons right now.
Okay, no, pues está cabrón.
I think he's the one that says iPhone.
Well, I'm gonna try to be here for as long as I can. My appointment's running late, so
You're gonna
hopefully
enjoy.
they don't show up.
Yeah,
And I
we're
can
gonna.
stay on here the whole class.
We'll do 3 more minutes and we'll start. There's a lot going on today. A lot. We'll talk about what we're using, what sizes, the colors. I've got some monkeys that I'm really excited to show you guys. We'll be using these as props today. And so you are able to record this class, just an FYI. You just have to enter. All right, so 2 more minutes, guys, and we'll start class. One more minute. Almost there, guys. We're almost there. All right. So again, hello, guys. Evening. Just an FYI, this class is being recorded, guys. So if you don't want anyone to anything that you say to be recorded, don't say anything. Hello, everyone. Hello. So for those of you that are joining the class and don't know who I am Leslie Hicks and I'm with Majestic Party Rentals. Today we will be making a wall as well as a organic arch on a set of uprights. The uprights that we're using today, these are the 5x8s. And I make it work to an 8x8, if that makes sense. Something like this, we'll talk about pricing as well throughout the class. I'll talk about the machines that I'm using today. We're also using some greenery. We're using some leaves in different styles. So we will be talking about how to apply all of this onto your garland. We'll be attaching some props. Everyone does organic. So this is where I say that you have to kind of impress, because what's going to make you different from everyone else when it comes to organics? So some of the items that we will be talking about today are the add-ons. So just an FYI, if you want to know what we're using today, I will be using 19-inch, I will be using 12-inch, I will be using 5-inch and 260s. What colors are we using? We are using green from Jamar, of course, green 012, so green 12, green 013, green 13. And again, all of the same sizes apply, 19, 12, 5, and 260. The only thing that I'm using in the mocha is a 260. I will be using nylon in the 30 pounds today. Sorry, we're getting a couple emails and I'm like trying to see. But again, we are using the nylon. I will be using my 3M tape. And of course, to attach our wall today, I will be using rubber bands. How many of you use the nylon and can't stand how bad your hands hurt? Anyone? Anyone want to reply to that? No? Do any of you guys use nylon? No one, no one?
Yes.
Yes, it hurts a lot.
Crazy, right? No? All right, so what I use to protect my hand is I like to use mechanic gloves. This mechanic glove, I put it on. It helps with the gentleness of my hand. It still hurts when you pull, but it's not gonna hurt as much and it's not gonna cut my fingers. Okay, so the wall that we're using, the recipe for this is for the size, as you can see behind me, I've already started to build some of it just so we can progress throughout the class. We are using a recipe where I'm using one quad with 4 balloons. So one quad is 4 balloons and I'm using them all sized, calibrated to 9 inches. The next quad that I'm using is calibrated to 7 inches. I did 7. So these are calibrated to 9. These are calibrated to 7. So 9, 7. The trick to this particular wall, guys, is that, for example, if I started my wall and one row starts with, for example, one row starts with my quad with a 9, my next row has to start with a 7. It's got to go opposite in order for it to puzzle in together, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to put it together. So for example, the next row that I have to put together is already started with a 7. Can everyone see me here? Thumbs up. Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Yes.
So here, as you can see, it started with the 7. So the next column that I have to start has to start with a quad of 9s. The reason why I'm not teaching you how to inflate, because if you're taking this class, this is more of a master class, you should know how to inflate. Does everyone know how to inflate balloons? Thumbs up. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyone familiar with this recipe? No, yes, no. You guys don't want to talk to me today. All right, so with the nylon, I'm using my fishing line. The proper word is nylon. So again, I'm going to start with 9 inches. With my nylon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab and I'm going to knot it 3 times. 1, make sure that it doesn't get tangled for you. So as you can see, we started our column. Okay, so we started with a 9. Next quad is going to be a 7. I'm going to grab my 7. Sorry, You guys can't see me on the floor, so I'm trying to do it standing up. My cameraman, I don't know where he went. My cameraman, where's my cameraman? All
Hire
right.
him and hire me.
I know, Chacho, te hubieras venido.
Well, see, yo, I would have been up close, everything up and personal in there.
I
Hype
wouldn't
you up a bit.
here, Chacho, at least a beer.
You see, pues.
All right, so the next one was the 7. So now we're going to go back to the 9-inch. For this particular quad, in order for it to go all the way to my ceiling, and the way that I wrap it, guys, is in a form of an 8, and I bring it up. I'm not grabbing onto the quad below. I'm just grabbing to the top quad, okay? Next one again, we're going back to 7, form of an 8, and that's it. Keep going. We're back to a 9 quad. Grab, form of an 8. And if it's easier for you to grab onto the floor, me being able to do it up in the air is practice, guys. And it's only because I need to get you to see. Otherwise, I would be working on the ground because I have more stability. Okay? If anyone needs me to repeat anything in Spanish, please let me know. Si alguien necesita que repita algo en español, por favor, avísenme. Okay, so we're back to 7. Again, form of an 8, back to 9. You see how easy this is? And wait till you see this whole wall get put together. You're gonna say, whoa, it's that easy? I constantly get asked, how do you get that wall to fit like a puzzle? It's so easy, guys. So again, 7, 1 quad is 7, 1 quad 9. And then just wrapping like an 8 until we get to 17 total quads for the particular size that I needed to hit the ceiling for. Why do I need to hit the ceiling? It's just the look I'm going for. Say the customer says, hey, I want it to the grass wall. Then I'm going to stop at the grass wall. But for me, I like it to cover the top of the layer because this setup will stay up for a couple days. So again, we're going back to a 9. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself, ask away. Do not be shy. You guys better start drinking some tequila or something because you guys, I need somebody to come talk to me.
All right, on my way.
You guys are falling asleep today. All right, so we're back.
I was trying to record. But, yeah.
Then we're going to a 9. What do you guys think so far? Easy, right? Super easy.
You make it look super easy.
It's easy. It's practice. I promise.
That's true. Practice, practice.
And then here, back to the 9. And because it started with my particular 9, it's going to end with a 9. Okay? Whatever you start with, you should be ending with. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the last one, 17. Cameraman. Fabian, I need help. All right, guys, so Fabian is going to move the camera around for you guys to get closer so you guys can see me actually going closer. I end this and how I tie it. Flip it, so click on there. There you go. And then you can make it. All right, so you're gonna get it here. So guys, the way to shut this one closed, I like to go around with my finger. Nylon. I'm gonna wrap it around, put my nylon in. Wait, I lost it. There we go. Pull in, same thing. And I do this 3 times. This, secures a lot of pressure on my actual balloons. When you put pressure, say this was going outside and I put a lot of pressure on my balloons, I'm giving my balloon more of a chance for it to pop because I'm adding pressure to it. So when heat happens, it expands, it's gonna blow. We don't want it to blow. All right, so now to put it together. Sorry, guys. You can take it off the trigger. All right, sorry, guys, sorry. All right, so next step, I'm gonna grab rubber bands. I'm going to put them on my hand. I like to have them accessible to me. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. I add all of these onto my wrist. All right, so next step. So as we mentioned earlier, if my wall ends with a 7-inch on that end there, that means that I have to continue with a 9 to put it together. That way it fits like a puzzle. Any questions so far? Any questions? No? All right, so putting it together, you see how it's already, you see? Boom, connects like a puzzle, like nothing, right? With my rubber bands, I'm going to open my second one and wrap. Okay, same thing, but skipping. I'm skipping. I'm not going to go every single balloon. Okay, I go about every third balloon. Wrap and release. And I'm making sure that it's fitting snugly as I go. Wrap and keep adjusting as I go. And there's different techniques to this, guys. I myself know about 4 techniques on how to attach this. But when you're pressed for time and you need to be in and out, this is a perfect way to do it. And again, you don't have to do every balloon. The third one, as it's windy and you feel like you want to secure it, you can add a little bit more, but it's not needed. So we're going to add to the bottom. Secure it there. Look at that. Look at how that's looking. And that's just with 3 columns. We're going to do 4 columns. So now the one that we just made, we're going to add this one onto here. And as you can see, it fits perfect. Okay. So same process. Grab our rubber band, wrap around, it goes, and just wrap. Same thing. What was that?
I think we can make this screen just it's bigger.
No. Okay. Same thing, guys. Around. Do you see how simple and fast this is, guys?
Leslie, so the rubber bands are assembled in a diagonal form, right? Not across from like one size to a different sized balloon.
Correct. So if I were to adjust, for example, if I were grabbing from a 7-inch to a 7-inch, I would make sure to go from a 7 to a 7. But since I'm going from a 9 to a 9, we're going diagonal. Same thing, diagonal, whether it's a 7 as well. See, and secure it here. And notice how you don't see the rubber bands when you're on like this, okay? Now we're gonna get this guy up. And that's our wall. What do you guys think of the wall so far? Unmute yourself. Tell me. I want to hear. What do you guys think so far? Any questions? Any concerns? Unmute. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Okay? Don't make
I didn't hear that one. All right, so that's the wall. The next step is our arch. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller on my arch. The reason why is because I don't need this guy to be so big today. It's gonna be a simple project. And we're gonna go a little bit farther, right? No. And Mr. Fabian did not fix the bolt on that one, but you usually want it centered. But it's not gonna make a difference. But you want it centered, that way we don't have to cover the metal plate as much. Can they see the metal plate so they can see what I'm talking about? All right, so quads. As you can see, my recipe, I always use 3 12-inch size differently. If you want to know the sizes, I usually do 9, 8, 7, or I do 7, 8, and 6. And then the 19, I usually do to its max. I don't have a sizer that does for the 19. So what do? How do you know when the 19 is to its max? When it's round. When it's nice and round, that's the max when it comes to Jamar. All right, so now adding. How are we going to add it to our uprights? These uprights are the best uprights. These are adjustable uprights. Okay, these are adjustable uprights that you can literally take anywhere. I rent just the uprights themselves. I rent them out for $80 additional to a garland. A garland on this particular, I easily sell this for about a good $1,200. Okay. So again, wrapping, and you're just gonna twist and press down. When you're adding your 19s, you're not gonna add all your 19s on one side. You're gonna have it rotating on opposite directions. So for example, here, we're gonna have this 19 come this way. You can see, next 19, and all I'm doing is I'm sliding in and I'm rotating. And you can see my 19s are not all proportioned to the same side. They're all going around. And then I'm just wrapping and adding. See this one? We ended up with a 19 together. We don't want that. You see, you can't be scared of balloons, guys. Okay? Moving them around is not going to kill you. I promise they're not going to pop. They're not going to mess up. So I'm going to set you guys down here. Let me flip the camera. Sorry, guys. What do you guys think of the class so far? You guys like it?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, guys.
Learning a lot.
And so again, because I want to show you so much, we're trying to get a little bit, but I'm one of those that if you already have the concept in your head, that's all you need. As long as you have the recipe and the will to want to do it, you're going to do amazing. All right, so again, all of my quads are all sized differently, okay? Notice that not one balloon is the same size, okay? And again, just wrapping around, and we're going to wrap this whole thing. Can you get Ceci for me? See, all I do is press down, okay? If you start to see holes, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to fill those holes. Okay, you see how we have a hole here, but we don't want to press down too much because then what happens is that we make, say if I were to press this down, we don't want our balloons to look tight like that. We don't want that. We don't want the balloon to lose its shape. And I know not everyone's size is organics, but I promise you organics look better. Can you pass me quads, please? I promise organics look a lot nicer when you size them. And Chacho will tell you, right, Chacho?
Yes, they do.
Class is with me, and he's done the knot sizing, he's done the sizing. And in your opinion, Chacho, what is the prettiest garland?
I think for me, because of my OCD on a personal level, the sizing is to try to get my brain to just let it be organic without sizing it. I don't know how I would assemble it. So it just looks like nice, clean, you know, it's organic, but it's sized organic.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot cleaner, in my opinion. I think it looks a lot neater. It's just, and honestly, it's a little bit more time consuming, but at the end of the day, it looks so pretty. All right, so at the end of our uprights, you always have a very sharp end. You guys are gonna laugh at how I'm gonna say this, but we're gonna put a condom on it. A 19-inch balloon, but we're gonna put something on it. All right, so with my 19, all I'm going to do is open it, and I'm going to cover. So whatever I put here doesn't rip on me. Okay, so my lovely assistant Cecilia here is going to be passing my quads over so I don't have to keep going up and down. Good, I need the condom. Continue to add. See here, starts to get a little bit difficult once you get to the corner, but you're not going to worry about it because I'm going to show you how to do it. Can everyone see this clearly? Because I know that light from the door, but don't worry, we'll get to the other side and we'll show you the other side as well. See how I'm able to get it in even then on the corner? And you see how I had no fear of the balloons, just like you shouldn't have fear of the balloons, guys. They're not going to pop. I promise, using quality balloons goes a long way. And again, any hole, we're not going to worry about because I'm going to show you how to cover it.
I am mind blown at how resistant those necks are on those balloons.
You see how like I'm able to just like grab them like
I would have never thought you could do that. Like those poles look so thick that I would have thought that they would have popped or like ripped.
Not because I sell the product, I promise it's an amazing product. Once you guys get to know me on a personal basis, you know that I don't just recommend stuff to recommend stuff, not even if they pay me commissions for it. I won't recommend it if I don't like it. That's one thing about me. I legit have to like the product in order for me to recommend it. Otherwise, I am not recommending it. See? So the same concept that I'm doing here would be the same concept that you would use, for example, an arch. What do you guys think so far?
Looks good, looks good.
How much would you charge for this? Let's see, I want to hear some of this. I honestly love to hear what people charge for stuff like this.
400.
It's not pricey. How much would you charge for something like this? Yeah, bring it down. No one wants to share what you would price this. Huh? You know what that tells me?
No te digo porque me regañas.
Something like this, like I said usually would charge about 1,200 minimum. And once I start adding all the accessories, we're gonna talk different. But if they just want it where it's filled like this and easy 1,200. But again, I'm in California. I'm in LA. Yeah. The balloon. She almost said it, guys. She almost said it. And then she smiled like, I can't say that.
It looks great.
Thank you. What do you guys think of the wall? You see how beautiful it looks already? And we have-
Yes, it looks beautiful. It really does.
And so remember, it's in 9s and in 7s. Same way.
Must have missed the beginning, but are you saying you're recommending that for a balloon wall be 9 and 7 inches of balloons to make it look?
For different size, yes, you can change it. So everyone has their own recipe. So everyone constantly changes it. But the most common that gets used is the 7 and the 9. It just looks amazing, and you can do so many things. Like you could actually, like for example, say I wanted to make this a theme. I could have literally made it to where it was green on the bottom and then blue on the top and made it look like it was a sky. Say I had a Dr. Seuss event. I would have done green on the bottom, blue on the top, added some rainbow to it to make it seem like the hills with the colors in it. So there's so many different ways.
Wow.
But that's where your creativity comes in. I always say, you learn the technique, but what are you going to do with the technique? Don't just learn things and then not practice it, not work it, because what happens is that you end up forgetting it. You see how fast it is though, the process? Any questions, guys, in regards to the recipe? Don't worry, we're not, this is just the skeleton. Remember, we still have to fill it. This is just the skeleton. All right, so we're adding our 19-inch. Maybe can you turn on the AC, please? All right, so we're almost done filling this guy. And again, this is just the skeleton. Just the skeleton. We still have to fill it. Slide forward. Now this last one here. Down to the bottom. There we go. All right, so the next step, how do we fill this guy, right? So this is just the skeleton. We could have used 5 inches, but for me, a lot of people always notice I like my bases to be nice and full on the bottom. And I know many of you wonder, how in the hell does she always get it so look so full? Am I right or am I wrong? Because in the real classes here in person, everyone always says, how do you get this filled? Watch this. I have a 19 and a 12. Make sure that it's nice and loose. Look how I have just the tips. It's not tight. Watch this. Slide it in. And voila. You guys saw that? Same thing. Look at that. Now I gave it a shoe. Any questions? Any questions so far? Okay, so remember we talked about the gaps here. I do see a couple gaps, like for example, we'll go this way. I see this gap here, okay? I pulled too tight. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, twist, and fill. See how easy that is? It's crazy, right? You would never think that it's that easy to fill. And then same thing. Bottom, we're gonna get in there and wrap. Thing and wrap. Any questions? Everyone's good here? Anyone need to know sizes or anything? Everyone's up to date? Any questions so far? No. Wait, I'm getting old, guys, and let's need to get up now. Pasas uno que tenga un bolso, allá abajo, allá en la esquina, hay dos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because we have Mr. Chacho here. And that's how I like to do my shoe, okay? And I call it the shoe because it's the base. Oh, we still have one. Show me some more. I'm gonna do a couple more. Just a couple more, not too many, not too many. Again, I like to create like a fatness on the bottom. I have this obsession with fatness on the bottom. I don't think it gives me that space the other way. Sorry. All right. Next step are fillers. Do it for the one. Next step are fillers. My fillers consist in quads and a 260. I'm going to show you how I create that. So when I'm creating my fillers, I like to do 4.5, 4, 3.5, and 3. I'll repeat those sizes again. 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3. Why? It just looks cleaner. What they did to my foot. There we go. So again, we have the 4, 4.5, find it today. 4.5. Put that together. And then we're going to do 3.5 and 3. So 3 and 3.5. Tie together and create the quad. Look at this quad. Doesn't that just look so much cleaner? Especially if I'm going to add it to my garland. Watch this. So if I were to add it to my garland, I can literally adjust it. So for example, see how it's smaller here, bigger here? It just looks so much cleaner. So cleanliness in your work makes a big difference, guys. But to make our life easier and the magic of camera, watch this. Watch, 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 watch. They're done. All right, so how to adjust, how to attach these. All you're going to do is wrap and bring them around, adjust them and cover your holes. That simple, that fast. And again, I like to use the bigger ones on the bottom and the smaller ones on top. So I sit there and adjust each one as I add on. And adjusting. What do you guys think? You guys likey? I can't see any of you guys. You guys all have the cameras off.
Looks great.
All right. And are you noticing how I'm able to like open them up because of the 260 and spread them out even though I tied it to one location? I pull it. With the magic of the 260, I'm able to pull it and just add it along the way. So for example, I don't have any 260 here. I don't have one down here. I'm just gonna wrap it. I mean in here. And voila. You saw that from here to down here? That way we don't waste so much material. Now we're gonna go up. You wanna fill the whole thing, okay? Now we're gonna go up. And adjust. Yeah, there's two. Oh, there's two here. And as you can see, we are not adding 5 inches like crazy because we don't want it to look like it has herpes or anything like that. There's no other way to say it. And Jennifer laughs at me because I'll be honest with you, the comments sometimes. So someone
Nico, te pasas.
and said that it looked like my herpes on them. So now that word is stuck in my mouth, and I always say we're not going to add so many 5-inch to make it look like it has herpes. So again, we're just adding and we're filling. And so just this arch, remember, just this arch easily sells for a good 1,200. The wall itself, you don't want to know how much I charge for that wall. But I'm going to tell you guys, you started off at 900. Started off at 900, your price. My price, I started about a good 1,500. And if you're saying, wow, customers won't pay for that, Jennifer's on there. Jennifer used to charge 150 for your garlands, correct, Jennifer? And then until I started pushing you and bothering you and say, just try it, just try it. How much do you sell your garlands for now?
Starting price $285, and that's just the smallest one.
25 a foot, right?
Yeah.
So remember that, guys. Her cheapest starts at 25. Okay. You have to also remember you have to charge tax. You have to charge delivery, especially the way that gas is right now. Gas is ridiculous, man. You have to see it as, and let's be honest, it's always the husband. The husband, that's the one you got to worry about. So what? You went to go decorate for free because now I have no gas in my car. Right? They complain. So you're going to be like, no, I got some money in my pocket. Don't worry. I made some money. But again, it starts off with pricing correctly. If you ain't making $1, it doesn't make sense. Price down. So we're just adding a few more of these little fillers. And then the next step, I'm going to show you. I think we're good. I think we're good because we still have to add all the other stuff. We'll leave this one for the garland. All right. Next one. Watch this. So these are the 260s that we used earlier. These are the 260s that we talked about using earlier. This is in the Mocha 076. And something just popped. I'm gonna figure out which one it is. I'm gonna remove this one. All right. So what we're going to do, another one has a hole. Here, with our quad, all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it in my balloons and bring it up. Grabbing my balloon, I'm going to shape it. Notice I left tails. That way I have something to grab on the inside. I'm not going to be grabbing onto the actual balloon. I'm grabbing onto the pole that's on the inside. Or you can grab onto a neck, but don't add pressure to your actual balloon, okay? And so again, everyone can do a garland, but what's gonna make you stand out from everyone else's garland? And so adding these techniques make your garlands worth a lot more. So you're able to price a little bit more. Now, if you're just adding and you're not pricing all the add-ons, we already started wrong. Okay. So these are meant to make it look like it has vines. I'm going to show you how I get the vines to stick together. Notice that even without me adding anything, it's pretty much stuck already. But we're going to secure them. And if you're wondering how we're going to secure them, for most of you that have already taken my classes in the past, you probably already said, I know what you're using. And notice everything is by touch. It's not by looking. So see, as you can see, even without me adding any glue dots, it's already stuck. But just to secure it, I'm going to add some glue dots. Well, I'm using strips today. I don't feel like having to strip one by one. So we are using strips. So these are the Jamar strips. If you've never used these, I do sell them on our website, link in our bio. And all I'm going to do is just secure it, add it. Okay, not a problem. We can replace it with this one. Replace it with this one. And again, you can grab on to a neck. Bring this guy inwards here. You see he's stuck. There. Right. And that happens a lot when you're using 260s, guys. All right, so again, this is supposed to look like vines. So we're adding vines. We're gonna go on the other side because we kind of want to mimic whatever we're doing on one side. We want it to look similar on the other side. We don't want it to look the same, but you want the same color concept to kind of stand out on both ends. So this one, we're gonna go lower than we did with the other one. And we're gonna flip it this way. And notice, even without me adding any of the dashes, it's already pretty much. That wasn't me, that was Ceci. All right. So, just to make it a little bit more realistic, when you're in the jungle, you have grass growing out of all of this. It doesn't just stand by itself, you got grass. So same way that you would do algae. I'm gonna go here, here, here. So we make it look like it's grass coming out of it. See, I'm just adding all of this inwards. You see how simple these tricks are? And I just wanted to look like the grass is coming out of here. And again, this is where your creativity comes in. And if you're wondering, well, Leslie, your 260s aren't blown up all the way. That's okay. I did that purposely because at the end, the grass is usually pointy. So we're gonna do the other side. We'll do some more grass over here. What do you guys think so far? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Looks good? That glare. That glare doesn't do justice. Why aren't you guys telling me, Leslie, the glare? I can't see, guys. You gotta talk to me. You gotta talk to me. You guys are all shy today. This is the shyest class I've ever had. And again, I'm just adding because I want it to look more realistic, even though, you know. Remember, the more realistic it gets, the more you're able to charge because you're like, oh, I added this, I added that. And we're gonna go on the other side. On the other side. Some grass here, and then we're gonna add some of our and I'm going to show you a trick how to get them to stay up. Okay. These are not my friends today. Any questions so far, guys? Any questions? Any questions? No questions? No one has any questions for me? I'm not going to charge you for questions, guys, I promise. Today. Like that. So you see how I'm using the same balloons to push them up without me even adding any glue or any glue dashes or any strips or anything. I am just using my balloons to keep them up. All right, so now we're gonna use some more of the brown and we're gonna add some more brown to the top. I was gonna add some more brown. I've seen it before you started. I was like, oh. Here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a chair too, so. Here. I've been here since what time today? Since like 8, non-stop too. Jennifer knows. Jennifer had to come to a setup today. Jennifer knows how long I've been here. And she knows what my shop looks like right now. Whew, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I even there. Monday? Yeah, I haven't even left today. And that's very rare. So again, on the bottom we used sections of 4. You don't have to use sections of 4 all the time. You can use sections of 2. So here, let's go. Grab it here. Apply it. Some dashes. Some more brown. Just There's one solo. You see the solo? Oh, no, there isn't. So see how it's not identical to the other side. You don't want it to be identical, but you do want to kind of break the color, if that makes sense. Again, using stuff that I already have in here. I use it. The less material I have to use, the better. Here, it's adjusted so it looks like it's open. Some dashes. So see the strip, I'm just gonna grab it and cut it in half. And then I'm just gonna add it here. Get it together. Same thing. And finito there. All right, I feel like we need some more brown here. We're gonna go the opposite direction. What do you guys think so far? No? No one likes it? I think we're done there.
I'm loving it.
Thank you, Chacho. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it looks cool. I always wonder how those like vine looking things were added in there. And I actually used for the first time the strips this past weekend. And I
How
was
did you-
impressed at how sturdy they were.
Right? Isn't that like so cool? I'm gonna show you guys a trick for those of you that have not been in my class before. All right. How are we going to attach my homie right here? We are attaching my friend with a 3M tape and a 260. I'm going to create the H method here. So I'm going to be creating like a little handle here. And then just and just attach it like that. And then to secure that, we're going to cut a few more pieces. And literally you want an H, okay? And you're saying, well, why can't you just use the glue dots? You could, but if you got some bad kids, which this would obviously be for a kid party, first thing the kids are gonna go for are these guys. They're gonna start pulling them. So if they pull this guy and he is attached with the U glue strip, what's gonna happen to your balloon? It's going to pop. This way, it's attached with the 260. It's not going to go anywhere. I have a 160 at hand. I don't know what happened to my 260s, but I'm adding with a 160 on the back. Now that I have my little handle, I'm going to attach my monkey. I'm going to attach them to that corner over there. I want them in the corner. I want them in that corner over there. I'll add him here. See how easy that is? I've got more that are already ready to go. We're going to attach my friends here. Boom. Right? Yeah. All right, since we're gonna go, Ceci has point. Let's give Ceci something that she needs. I'm gonna show you a different way. Okay, so since we're doing the top, the kids can't reach the top anyways, right? They can't reach the top anyway. So there we are going to use a U glue dash strip. I can't tell. Long day. Long day. We're gonna hang my little homie by his hand and make him look like he's hanging. And my little homie is going to go. How cool is that? What do you guys think? You guys see him?
Love it.
You
Love
see him?
it.
That's amazing.
There's a glare. I don't like that glare. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get you the best view. You see how easy that is? We went from not having anything to having something going on. And one thing I must say, when have you seen a safari where they actually think, hey, there is vines that hang on the bottom and the grass grows and all that stuff, right? Something different. And this is what I mean. Okay. You want things to be different. You don't want it to look like everybody else is doing. Remember, you have to stand out. We've got vines. Okay, so now we're going to add these vines in there. And this is going to be hanging them to me. And all I'm doing is wrapping around the balloon. Wrapping around the balloons and dropping my vines. How many of you have been scared to add stuff because you think it's going to pop your balloon? When you're using quality balloons, guys, I promise it's not going to pop. That's the best thing. See, adding these vines. You see, this is how it's coming together. And if it's taking me this long to do it by myself, imagine with my team. We work a lot faster as a team, guys. Any questions, any concerns so far? No questions, no concerns. I promise I'm not gonna, it's not gonna cost you to ask me questions, guys. Promise, I promise, I promise. Does everyone have a good view of this? No, huh? You guys can't see me? No, you can't.
Leslie,
Yes.
where do you get the vines from?
Amazon, link in my bio.
Okay, thank you.
Everything I'm using today, like for example, the monkeys, the vines, they're all in my Amazon link. So if you ever see me using accessories and you like something from any of my setups, guys, and you're like, where did this girl get this? I promise you, Amazon is my best friend and I literally purchase everything. So check out my Amazon link. Jennifer's laughing because she knows I'm not lying. While she was here, she's laughing because she's probably like thinking, how many times Amazon showed up while she was sitting here? Look at her face. Amazon is my best friend, guys. I live off of Amazon. Even my groceries come from Amazon because I don't have time to go to the grocery store. Don't judge me. I have 5 kids, work full time. All right, so we're almost done with the vines. Almost done with the vines, almost done. All right, so the next thing I want to do. I have a one over here. But let me show you. So remember we talked about greenery. We still have greenery. Again, all of these came from Amazon. They do have a pointy corner. We're not going to waste our time putting balloons on them or sealing them with tape or anything like that. Bend it and stick it. Boom, done. Bend it and stick it. Bend it. Let me see. You guys don't get to see me. Sorry, I'm trying to get you guys far back so you guys can see me running around. So again, I'm just bending and I'm sticking. It's that simple, guys. Add a few up here so it looks proportioned everywhere. Next, some more leaves. And again, so we have different style leaves. And these are all on Amazon. This whole bag will cost you less than 20 bucks. You're gonna double your price. So whatever you paid, if I pay $20, you're gonna charge $40 for this. Because what happens is that you will only get about half of them back, or they come back really damaged that you won't be able to use them again. So again, just start shoving. And we're making sure that we're getting it all the way around. So it's nice in proportion. I'm gonna get up there. And as you can see, there's no tricks, guys. You can't say, oh, Leslie doesn't do it that way. You see how I'm doing it. You see I'm not lying. All it is literally bend and stick. The balloons hold it for you. You don't have to do much. You just stick them in there. And we want it to look nice and full. So I'm gonna put several of these guys all around. And I've got a problem. It's called short people problem. So I can't reach a lot of spaces. So usually Carlos goes up there for me. And Carlos has been with me for about 5 years now. So Carlos is one of the ones that I can trust. When I can't attend an event, I'm able to send Carlos to go do an event. Recently, he's been able to do garlands where you can't even tell that I didn't install them, he installed them. So again, I'm just filling this guy up with all of our leaves. What do you guys think so far? Tell me you're gonna charge $200, $300 for this thing. Man, don't let me see that. Please don't let me see that. I hear people charging $100, $200. How? That's not even material. Man, if I were to tell you when I added all the material that I use just here, man. So to give it away, I'm like, I don't know, for $100, $200, I don't think that's gonna happen. almost done with the plants, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. But I am showing you how long it literally takes to put together a setup like this. It's not done in 15 minutes. It's not done in 20 minutes. It literally takes time, guys. So this is why I say you have to charge correctly. Your time is money. And if you're not charging correctly, what are you making? All right, so the next step here, I've got a few of these guys. How cute are these? I should wear one, huh? I'll wear one for the rest of it. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy, but this is me all the time. I promise. Not on all of them, but just a few. All right, so all I'm going to do with my strip, add it to the hat, take it apart. You can see that. Well, I added it there, but I'll show you another. So now we're gonna go on this side. I'll show you on this side. How cute is that? You see? Again, Amazon. Amazon. And it's like legit plastic. It's not gonna cost you much. And look how much detail it's adding to your garland. This is not a standard garland. This garland, again, not worth 250, not worth 350. One more. Let's do a few more. Let's call it ducks. Add some to the top. What do you guys think of these hats? It's adding a nice little touch, right? What do you guys think? Right? On the monkey. Like he's taking it, right? Let's put one on his foot. They're always bad, right? There we go. Like he's taking it. Monkeys always do the bad things, right? Monkeys are always bad. Put one on top. I say, let's see. Okay, one more on the bottom over here, and that should be it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
That's beautiful.
Love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so next step. All right, so this wasn't included in the class, but if you already know how I am, I'm extra. I'm extra. Yeah, I'm extra. All right, so the next step, I'm gonna do a quick little mini garland. Sorry? ¿Me pasas todos esos? So again, quick little mini garland. We're gonna start tying. And how I add my garlands, my quads are still the same as the quads that I added onto the garland that we have here. And again, I don't want all of my 19s to end up on one side. Okay, so I'm grabbing, I'm pushing, and I'm doing it in the form of an 8. Okay, form of an 8. And this guy, I want him to go in front of my number 1. It feels like we use that number 1 from something. Perfect. Look at this. We're gonna put this guy over here. Just gonna sit him there. And with a dash, I'm going to stick him to the actual 1. So just sticking the dash to my 1, removing and applying. Okay, I'm gonna fill it here. Prior to that, I'm gonna fill the bottom. You know why? I want it to be fatter on the bottom. I want to put some good. And the 1 is being covered a little bit, but it's okay. A little. And because it's still moving, I'm going to add another dash on the bottom. You guys like it? So all of this can go. And we're gonna just add this toucan. Again, he's attached with the method of the H tape, because if I were to place my friend here and a kid runs into him, what's the first thing that's gonna happen? My balloons are gonna pop, right? So to avoid that, I'm just gonna tie my toucan here. And with that, that also helps with the looseness of, for example, if I want him to stand like this, I want him to stand like that, I can move him however I need to move him. So if I wanted him to take it in like he's drinking some water, imagine if I wanted to make him look like he's drinking some water, I add a couple blue balloons here, make it look like there's water. This is where I say that your creativity comes in. You can't just think, oh, it's this and it's that, and you can't do anything else. You can do so many things with balloons. I promise. But all right, guys. Away. All right, so let me show you what it looks like with no glare. Let's show you. So this was our project today, girls. What do you guys think?
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, guys. So this was our project. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. You guys want to take some quick pictures? Let me back up so you guys can take some pictures.
Leslie, quick question.
Yes.
What is the name of the glove that you use for whenever you tie your balloons together with the nylon?
In my Amazon cart, but they're mechanical gloves.
Oh, mechanic gloves. Okay.
They're like regular like mechanic gloves, but the ones that I use are in my Amazon cart.
Okay. Thank you.
But again, if you want to do a quick record of your phone, I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes, a couple seconds. We'll count to 20. You guys want to record? That way you guys have this video. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go. You guys are able to post this on your page since you guys were all participants of this class. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Leslie, will we receive like a recording of this just to go by like what?
You have to, it should already, when I hang up, it should actually save it and it should announce that it was recorded for you guys.
Okay, perfect.
But if you don't get it, just send me a message, say, hey, Les, can you send the recording, please?
I appreciate your time and your
No problem. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate
offering this class.
Thank you so much.
you guys. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too.
You
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you on IG.
See you guys.